So, your manifestation has already started. It started with you, it started in your mind. And I know we hear that all the time. We believe it and then we see it, or we have to believe it so deeply in our spirit and in our mind and in our subconscious that it comes out into the physical. And while that's true, a lot of us have been doing that, right? A lot of us have been doing that. If you're watching this, you've probably done that and you feel like it's not working. But you must understand it is working. It is a process. The process is working. The process is working for you. And here are some signs that the progress is actually progressing, okay? Because I don't want you to feel like you're putting in all this effort, all this work, and you're yielding nothing from it, right? So you know this is my Gem and Juice series where I drop these gems before I go to the gym as I drink my juice. Now, what was put on my heart today is to give you guys some of the signs that you know that your manifestation is on its way or that it's coming toward you. And one of the biggest ones, one of the biggest ways that you know you're about to have a breakthrough is you feel like you're not. It's so strange and it sounds so counterintuitive, but something about being so defeated to the point where you don't even want to do it anymore, or you feel like you're just going with the flow of life, you're just going wherever the wind takes you, you're still going at it, whatever it is you're doing, you're still posting, you're still trying, you're still applying to things, you're still visualizing, you're still doing it, but your spirit is a little bit broken. And usually it's right in that space, somewhere within that space is when the magic starts to happen. Not because your spirit is broken, not because you think you can't do it and you feel so defeated, but because that's when you take your hands off the wheel. Take your hands off the wheel, girl, all right, or guy, who's ever watching. Take your hands off the wheel. Because when we put our hands on the wheel, we're coming from almost like an arrogant place, like we know where we're going. Right? And when we want something fantastic, something beautiful to manifest, it has to come about in a way that we never dreamt up. Because if we could dream it up, then it probably won't be that miraculous. It probably won't be that wonderful. We probably won't be awestruck by it when it comes because we already saw it. So the fact that your manifestation hasn't happened, it's even more evidence that you're on the right path, number one, and number two, that it's way bigger, way deeper, way more fulfilling than anything that our narrow minds could have even dreamt up. So take your hands off the wheel. It's okay to get defeated. It is okay to get frustrated. It's okay to even give up. This whole generation of no sleep, and I'm team no sleep. I only slept for 2 hours. Listen, if I wake up too early, I'm going back to bed, okay? Alyssa needs her sleep. Let's be very clear on that. I'm not doing that. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that level of suffering. But what I do subscribe to is that even if I start to feel down on myself or I start to feel discouraged, that is not a sign for me telling me that it's not working. I look at that and honestly, I find some empowerment in that because that means I'm trying my ass off. And a lot of times the miracles happen, the magic happens at the end of our ego, right? You know, when you try to will something into existence, you try to strong arm it into existence. I've been manifesting, I've been praying, I've been working overtime, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, and it's not working. It's not supposed to. Because one thing you can't do, you can't strong arm the creator. You can't strong arm the universe. You can't strong arm God. It happens in divine timing. And we have to be humble and allow that to happen. So if you're feeling defeated, that is the number one sign that you're closest to your manifestation. Remember, it's darkest before dawn, right? You can't see. It's like the lights go out. You can see nothing. You don't even know where you're going. You don't know if this makes sense anymore. You don't know if this is something you're even meant to do. You're starting to question your purpose. You're starting to question yourself. You're starting to question your interest, who you are. What is this life all about? You're asking yourself all these existential questions that now put you in a place of surrender. Because what is happening is that your reality is being cracked up by the foundation or at the foundation. And that's what we need, because we need it to be rebuilt. We need a new thing. Okay. We got to do a new thing in our lives. Because if everything was working, if the old thing was working, we wouldn't be asking for the new thing. We wouldn't be going after the new thing. How else is the foundation of our life going to get cracked up as it needs to, get removed as it needs to, be dissolved as it needs to, if we're in control? Why the hell would you, with your very sane mind, tear up the very foundation of everything that you know? Why would you put yourself in a position to where you're questioning yourself and asking yourself, what's your purpose? Does this make sense? And oh my God, it's almost like being in the middle of a crisis. You wouldn't do that. So that's how you know there's something miraculous. There's something much more deep going on than what you're aware of. So when that's coming up and those feelings of inadequacy are boiling up in you, I want you to be curious about them. Don't get frustrated like me. I get frustrated all the time. I go up and down, up and down. Don't get frustrated. Lean into it. Be curious, like, oh, wow, this is interesting that I feel this way. I'm not going to get discouraged by it. I'm just going to let the process me. I'm going to let this thing do what it needs to do. Because when you do that and you surrender to it, that's when it happens. You just have to let go. That is the biggest sign that your manifestation is on its way to you, because it's on your way. Now, right after that is the second sign. And I found for me, it works in that order. Okay, that's the sequence. First, you start to feel defeated, like, what the hell am I doing? I need to go and apply somewhere to McDonald's or something. I just needed some extra money because this ain't it. Right? So you're there, you're feeling defeated, you're surrendering. Perfect. You're perfect. You're prime, you're suited perfectly for a beautiful blessing. After that, the next biggest sign is you're becoming more accepting of what it is and what it's not. You're starting to say things like, it's okay. It's all right if I work at McDonald's for the rest of my life. But, I'm a pretty good burger flipper. It's okay if I stay at my job or I function on this level for the rest of my life, because I'm just making do with what it is, and I'm not going to be down on myself just because things don't work out how I thought it would. Another power position. Another place that is perfect for you to be blessed and to get your manifestation. Now, why it's so powerful that it happens in that sequence? To first you get surrendered, or you feel surrender, you feel discouraged, and then you go into acceptance, is because at that point, you are putting in no effort, right? Not effort toward your dream. We're still doing that, because faith without works is indeed dead, and that applies to everything. You're still putting forth effort in that regard. But what you're not doing anymore is being in this level of mental and emotional and spiritual anguish. You can't manifest, or you can't receive from a place of lack. That's pretty much the principle, the underlying theme of what I'm saying. You cannot receive when you're in a mindset of lack. So when you accept and say, you know what, this is fine, this is cool. It sounds so simple, it sounds so mundane, but it's so powerful because it's coming from an abundant place. You don't have to say, oh, I'm rich and I'm good already and I'm rich, this is rich. You can say that and that's good, but that's more of like the cliche, the overused kind of display of what it looks like to have an abundant attitude. But abundance is also subtle. To accept is an abundant mindset in and of itself, because to accept something means that this is enough. Where I'm at now, in this home that I'm at, with the resources I have, I was able to put gas in my car, I paid my bills, I'm good. That's cool. That's good enough. That's an abundant mentality. So don't get it twisted and think that you have to be this super theatrical person about what you got. No, you're just simply accepting. And when you come to that place, first, you're surrendering, you're discouraged. And second, you're accepting, you're proper. It's a proper time for your manifestation to come toward you. You've done the praying. You've done the manifesting. You've done the work. You've done the spiritual work. You've done the inner work. You've done everything. You've exhausted so many things in your life to where that's it. That's all you got to do. You do 10%, the creator does the other 90. That's how it works. That's how you get your things. So if you're watching this and you're discouraged, perfect. If you're watching this and you're starting to accept your situation, even better, because it's going to show you that it's working. It's working for you. So continue to believe that. And I want you to feel that renewed sense of hope and passion about whatever it is that you're working for, because it's coming and it's meant for you. It's got your name written all over it. It's already done. It's already here, right? So there's no need for us to be wondering what's going on and be stressed. Oh my God, it's already here. I'm not tripping. I got it. It's cool. I put gas in my car. I'm all right. That, you see that state in my body, how I was just tempted. And then I went to, it's cool. Just, that's a difference in energy. That's a different energetic field that you tap it into. Right? And we got to tap more into that relaxation energy, because that's how you let energy flow. Energy has to flow. And when you're like this, it's locked up. So you got to relax. Let it come to you. It's coming. I need you to relax. It's coming to you. It's on its way. And I need you to believe that. So if you found this video helpful, please let me know. I'm about to finish my juice before I head to the gym. Get my little workout on. It is indeed glute and quad day. I think it's upper body day, but I'm always working on them glutes. Okay, let's be very clear on that. But I really need to work more on the upper body because the upper body, you know, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you guys soon.